Okay, hello everyone, it's me Paigeofmaces, and this is my second cooking vlog. And today we are going to be trying out something new and different because I've never cooked this before. We're making chocolate cream pie. Just look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? And this is from Mary Berry's Desserts. Recipes to impress with step-by-step photographs. And I think chocolate and cream is the most impressive thing, right? So, what we need to do first is we need to smush up these biscuits. You can do this in a blender, but it's a lot more fun and a bit more therapeutic to smash these up yourself. These are rich tea biscuits, which is what it says to do in the recipe. I'm not sure what the American equivalent of rich tea biscuits are. Some kind of graham cracker, maybe? I've got to smash these up, I think, into fine crumbs. Roll biscuits into fine crumbs. That's easy enough to do, especially one-handed. Of course, putting it in a bag so you don't mess up the countertop. My hand just wants to point everywhere. Switch hands over. Beat the biscuits up even more. Really look all that fine. I think I'm going to need two hands for this. There we go. Not quite sure if you can see what's going on. Maybe that's a bit better. That's a better idea. Better angle. Yeah. Look at me, I'm unconsciously becoming a camera angle pro. Flip it over. Looks magic. Whoops. Don't hit the pie dish. I'm going to carry on doing this for a little bit longer, then I'll bring you guys back once it's all done. Right, so now that's done, I just now need to rub the butter, mix this together, and then we make like a little crust out of it. So I'm going to try and position this somewhere where you can see. When I've got it up on a ledge, let's have a look. Nope. I wish I could bend these a bit more. Nope. I should probably be doing this while I'm not recording. Yeah, no. Oh, never mind. I'll just watch as this magically goes from some beaten up biscuits to a pie base. Right, ta-da! There we have the bottom of the pie crust. It might not look like much now, but it's going to be nice when it comes out. So now we have to put it in the oven for 8 minutes, then cool on a wire rack. I'll probably think I'll leave it in the dish because it'd be easier. So need to set it to 190 degrees. I've got it on just under 200 because we have a fan oven. So squish that back in. In you go for 8 minutes. Okay, that's nice and done. Smells good. Right, let's just get out the oven glove. So now we've got to let this cool. We'll leave it in there, and now we get to cook the chocolate. Close that back up because we're done with that for now. Butter, we've got sugar. Sorry, Jens. Say hello to YouTube. It's not time for dinner yet, silly girl. So what we want is corn flour. Come on, in you go. Stay. Not you, Jens. Good, that's all in. Now we want 90 grams of this, but I think the whole 100 won't be too bad. We've got to break it up. Got nice green and black plain chocolate, because that one is by far the best. I'm sure you will agree. Let's break it into a box. Still recording. Yes. Oops. Gets the chocolate pinging off. Oops. Don't want that flipping back out, do we? Got to stay in the pan. Right, where did I put the spoon? Okay. Yep, that's in. So now we need to melt this down. It goes nice and thick. And Jonah stays hopefully at the cupboard, hoping I'll feed her. Rubbing up against my legs even now. Now look at that. That all seems to be gathering on the spoon, annoyingly. Come on, give the spoon, just melt. Dratted thing. That just looks like hot chocolate mix. Smells good though. Can't wait to try this. It's going to be delicious. Right, turns out I made a bit of a mistake. I was supposed to be mixing that in with milk and sugar as well. But it didn't really come that clearly in the instructions. It just said mix corn flour in with sugar, then mix milk in with chocolate, and I think I just misread that completely. So I'm just going to keep stirring this now, but look at that. It's a little bit lumpy, but I think that should be alright. It'll get smoother as we go along, I hope. The more that it melts. That melts, it should be good. There's still lumps in there. Probably whisk it later. There is only a first attempt. I allowed a couple of screw-ups. right? Especially if I accidentally misread the instructions. Let's get all these lumps out. Maybe it just needs a little bit more milk too, because that wasn't really 3/4 of a pint, that was half a pint. Right, now we've got to put some of this into here. Come on, get in the pot, get in the cup. I'm going to have to put this down. Just screw in the base again. Hello again, Jenna. She keeps dropping against my legs. It's kind of cute. There we go. Right, scrape you off. And then we mix that in together. Looks nice, doesn't it? Pour it back in. We can't just mix the egg yolk into the chocolate mixture. It makes more sense in my eyes. But then again, I'm not Mary Berry, so I can't really say anything. Right, keep stirring, so you burn the bottom of the saucepan. Mix it in, mix it in, mix it in. Oh, it's got a nice sheen to it now. You can't have any, Jenna. Chocolate's bad for cats. Now we need to put butter and the vanilla essence in. So this is what remains of the butter. And I wander away from the camera. How unprofessional. I should point at the cat when I'm not in front of the camera, shouldn't I? Isn't that adorable? Yes. There's chocolate on my fingers. You don't want it. You'll be sick. Why don't you believe me? Jenna, why do you never believe me? Honestly. Where are my measuring spoons? I should have gotten them now. Here we go. Silicone measuring spoons. They are incredibly useful. Focus. Or not. So that's the half teaspoon. There's vanilla essence. Not much of it left. But what was in there is enough, so we put that in. Of course it needs to be a level teaspoon, because how can you have a heaped teaspoon of a liquid? Then we need to mix all this in together. Fattening. Most of the chocolate's got caught on the edge. Okay. Let's just get that butter melted in nicely. That noise though. That noise. So this is done. So this needs to go in the pie crust now, then cool down for a while. Let's see. Yep, need to pour this into there. And I need to start charging this up again because the battery's almost flat. Right. Stick you in. Right, that's high enough I think, so you can at least kind of see me spooning this in. It's starting to go a bit hard already. Stop it. I can hear you giggling and snickering in the background. Getting chocolate up the walls. Let's just pour all this gloop in. I know it's a bit lumpy, but I don't think there's any way we're getting those out now. My silly mistake is thinking I had to melt the chocolate in with the corn flour. That's an easy mistake to make. Scrape what you can out the pan. Where did my second spoon go? There it is. And just need a spatula. Shout to the microphone. Pink spatula, because why not? I didn't control what colours the Baked and Delicious people sent me. If I had any choice, I would have gone with purple everything. And that's a rather garish colour when you have a lot of it in one place. Right, scrape all that off. Go away, fruit fly, no one likes you. Apart from fruit bats, possibly. Ooh, this is nice, and can you see it bouncing about? Ooh. This is going to be nice. Okay, now it's time for the spatula. It is the time of the spatula. So we need it nice and flat. Nice and flat indeed. There you go, that's a much better angle. There. I think that's pretty much as flat as we're going to get it. There. I think that's flat enough, don't you? Oh. There. You could almost eat that now. I'm almost very tempted to just go. But we've got to let it set for about 3 hours, it says, or until they're chilled. Then I just have to toast some walnuts when it's close to the time that I need to serve it. Close to the time that I need to serve it. I will mix up the cream and I'll record doing that, but I won't record cooking walnuts because that's a bit boring. It's delicious. Alright, the time has come. We are going to be making delicious cream top. So what we need is a tablespoon of caster sugar. Just put that there. That seems to be about it. And then we need 150 millilitres or a quarter of a pint of double or whipping cream, and this is whipping cream. And because nothing in this house actually comes in 150 millilitres, I'm going to have to use that, which is 125. And try and measure out another 25. That's going to be fun. Where's this stuff in there? Right. I am a little bit worried about doing this because the last time I tried to whip cream into anything resembling soft peaks, I accidentally ended up making butter and milk, which is somewhat impressive. A modest accomplishment. It's all in. Put this here. Right, now we've got a whisk. Very fancy looking whisk. I think I can do this. Oh yeah, left-handed. I can't even check whether or not I'm in shot. Maybe I should put a little mirror behind it or something. I hope I am. No, I hope I don't get too much cream on the video camera. How's that looking? I feel like I should have it curved towards me rather than anything, but then you guys wouldn't see anything. This will probably take a little while, because I've got a little whisk of sugar in as well. Here's hoping it goes better than the last time. We will have no butter in this bowl, we will just have a nice thick cream. Oh yeah, there we go. I think. Really sugar. It appears to have disappeared into the mix. Which is what we want. This isn't taking very long. If I use my other hand, it would take longer, but we will not handicap myself in such a way, I don't think. Of course, again, I could be using a electric whisk, but I prefer to use hand whisks. Electric whisks just seem to overdo things. Getting stuff everywhere. Oh, come on. It's got nice and frothy. I'm supposed to put anything else in it. A small bowl, whip double of whipping cream and remaining teaspoon of sugar until soft peaks form. It feels like I should have put egg white in it or something, but that's a bit silly. That's how you make meringues, and I can't really make meringues. My arm's already feeling a bit stiff because I've just been doing some badminton. Tiny bit more sugar in, see if that works any. Because I'm impatient. It'll probably take a while. I'll bring you guys back in again when it's all done. Stop them. Alright, I cheated. But it was for the greater good and the natives are getting restless. So we had people over for a barbecue. I'm going to put this on top of the pie. It will no longer be a tart, it will be a pie. Now we just glop it on. It makes it seem like a heck of a lot. I guess it doesn't really have to be even. It's not like we're making it for King Wenceslas. If anyone gets that joke, kudos to you. It's how he likes his pizzas. All in the pan. right to the edge. You can have an asymmetric pie, nothing wrong with that. Just look at it, so nice and firm. Come a long way in these 3 hours it's been. Let's just smooth a little bit more over this way. There, that's good for first coverage, and then we'll just scrape everything else out. I really wish the tripod was either a bit shorter or a little bit taller, or bent a bit more. But alas, only so much I can do. So much thicker in the picture. That's Mary Berry for you. She is capable of miracles. I think she's like the new Martha Stewart or something. To give you some kind of thing, and I know who Martha Stewart is. She is an American cook. I used to quite like watching cookery programs. I used to watch the Ben Cook and Tessa a lot when I was doing babysitting for a family that I knew. It's very interesting. We loved the way she said basil. Basil. Seriously, how do you put a Y in that word? There is no Y in basil. Like the way you pronounce Cecil. Although I'm quite guilty of referring to Cecil as Cecil sometimes. Cecil Baldwin is the only exception to that rule. This looks nice. We'll just scrape that off, scrape the remaining bits off the whisks. Actually, let's just see. Oh yes, lovely and sweet. Lovely. Try and do some kind of pattern in this, maybe. Yeah, that looks nice. Sort of a rose pattern. Then we get these nuts that I chopped up earlier and sprinkle them on top. Now pick it up and you can see the finished thingy. Chop these up using a little herb chopping board that we've got and a thing. Hang on. Using this thing with this, and you just go like that. You go, I teach you things. Let's put a little bit more. It's got quite big coverage. There, that should be enough. And have a look at that. That is chocolate cream pie. I'm going to have a little taste test of it. So I'm Paigeofmaces, TTFN. Okay, it's actually the day after now, because I had to do UHC last night, so I didn't get a chance to record stuff, and also there were people over. So this here is the last slice of the chocolate cream pie. Had that for pudding yesterday, absolutely freaking delicious. But, oh, George has seen that I have food and he wants it, even though it's incredibly bad for kitty cats. And for humans too. Just as nice as it was last night. Well, now that the cream's had a little bit of time to settle, it's cool. I'm supposed to roast the walnuts, but I don't think it really needed it because I kind of like fresh walnuts anyway. So that gives the cream a really nice taste. And the little bit of added sugar that I put in the cream is definitely very nice. Then the filling, not as bitter as you think it would be, seeing as this is made with plain chocolate. It's actually really quite sweet, but not overly sweet. And the base is really good. Rich Tea Biscuits for the win. They make very tasty bases. It's crunchy but fairly soft as well. And it's not too bland. It's got like a little bit of flavour to it. This is really good. I've already been asked to make it again. And that's something I'm happy to do. This is freaking awesome. So, guys, chocolate cream pie. Go make it. Go enjoy it. And if you don't like chocolate, well, I have to find some other pie you can make. So, again, I'm Paigeofmaces. I'm going to go and enjoy this with some lemonade. TTFN.